everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Browns going up against the Chargers. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And Larry, I thank you. We are at the home of the Chargers for the next 4 years as you get a look at the StubHub Center here in the L.A. suburb of Carson. The scene a moment ago, unlike any other in the NFL for a lot of years. The crowd here in Carson might be half the size of a normal NFL stadium, but they are twice as loud as their Chargers get set to face off with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Phillip Rivers in this Chargers offense that takes the field. They look very comfortable on Thanksgiving in the Lone Star State. Phillip Rivers, it was his first Thanksgiving Day game of his career, and I think he was ready for it.
You think? He was more than ready for it. 434 yards, 3 touchdown passes, 9th career 400-yard game, and he has his team sprinting right now. You and I have talked about them being a sleeper coming out of the AFC West. I think everyone's awake to the fact that the Chargers are on a roll.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stops short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And we get a quick look at the Chargers starting offense.
Keenan Allen checks every box for me as a receiver. Size, speed, strength, intelligence in what he's doing. But I love his competitiveness. When that ball's in the air, he goes after it and usually comes down with it. And last but not least, we can lay to bed the myth that he can't run fast. Keenan Allen can get up and go.
Second down, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And look out, I think he's going to go. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 47 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now Gordon on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
So it'll be first down here after the run. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
Christian Kirksey is starting to come into his own as a linebacker. Rangy, fast, uses that speed to not only outrun blockers but run down ball carriers. But at the end of the day, tackles really, really well. 2nd in the AFC in 2016 in total tackles.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 4th down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
It's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. On the return, Jabril Peppers. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. DeShone Kizer leads out the Cleveland Browns, who are coming off another defeat last week, this time to the Cincinnati Bengals 30-16. So the Browns now at 0-11. 5 games left to try to get that elusive victory.
Well, they got their first win of the season last year, first and only, in Week 16. So there's still time.
There's time.
All right, you know, quit rushing them, okay? Give them an opportunity. But how about this schedule down the stretch? Because we got to find a win for them, okay? At the Los Angeles Chargers, Green Bay, Baltimore at home, at Chicago, at Pittsburgh. Where's the win?
I thought they were going to somehow beat Jacksonville. They lost 19-7 a couple weeks ago at home, so I'm out. Where do you think the win is?
Well, I think a lot of people are going to say Green Bay perhaps at home if Aaron Rodgers is still not playing. At Chicago with the way the Bears are playing. I'm calling my shot, though. At Pittsburgh, division rival, finish the season on an uptick with a major upset of a Pittsburgh Steelers team going into the playoffs hot.
That's a big call. And the offense behind the chains here, a touch on 2nd and 11. Kizer. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Corey Legion able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So a tough spot for Kizer. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Kaiser. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A good pickup there, a 22.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. First down carry now for Crowell. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. First down, Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. With that, let's take a look here at the Charger defense.
When you first see Joey Bosa, he's going to capture your attention. He's a big guy, kind of exuberant on the field, loves to play the game. What often gets overlooked about him, though, is his technique. Tremendous hand placement, able to take offensive tackles and work them back towards the quarterback. Had 10.5 sacks as a rookie in 2016.
So 2nd and 10 here. Here's a give to Crowell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Play fake. Kaiser. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. To Crowell. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
The best defensive lineman They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They'll try to throw here. Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
So that one will be accepted.
Still third down.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Chargers offense gets ready to come back out there onto the field. Earlier we were talking about the great game that Phillip Rivers had on Thanksgiving this last week. You got a story on him and his father, right?
You know, when you think about it, partner, that's the first game that Phillip Rivers has played on Thanksgiving as an NFL player. So he was ultra fired up because when he was younger, his dad, who was a high school football coach and Phillip later played for him, that was a big deal to watch the Thanksgiving Day games with his dad, always dreaming about playing in one of those. And finally it came to pass, and boy, did he take advantage of it.
Heck yeah, he did. 434 yards, 3 touchdowns. He was good. They go play action here on first down. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for second down. Second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
On third down, Rivers. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Well, Chargers fans saw a lot of those catches from Keenan Allen this last week. 11 receptions, 172 yards in that Thanksgiving Day game.
How about last week against the Bills? 12 for 159. So when we talk about the Chargers heating up, we usually start with Phillip Rivers. Well, who's his primary target? Keenan Allen. And boy, is he hot as well, putting up big numbers and scaring the heck out of NFL secondaries.
And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They begin with a run by Corral. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at the 10. Oh, good move. The Chargers getting set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Rivers now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. It's a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's got some space here. The 20. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On the run, it's Oliver. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've hit the end of quarter 1. The Chargers are on top. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. Here's Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Nick Novak on now for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone. Novak out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll toss it to Crowell. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They'll run it again with Crowell. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, Kaiser. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
The eighth-year man from Tennessee, this is Britton Colquitt on to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Now, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Play action now. Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner. 3rd down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on 3rd down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Here's Drew Kaiser now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell in the offense. Trot back out there. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Crowell fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down. On second down, here's Crowell. And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Rivers now after the fumble recovery. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
To throw on second down, Rivers. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And we shift our focus to Isaiah Crowell. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now. Following the interception, Kaiser. Looking deep downfield. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, these turnovers are a big, big problem, and a huge part of why they're behind on the scoreboard, too. It's now fumble and interception on back-to-back drives, and you just can't expect to do that and be successful in the NFL or any league for that matter.
And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Following the interception here, Rivers. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First down, Rivers. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And there they bring pressure from the inside and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards here, so that gets him back within striking distance. And now it's third down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Rivers. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Danny Shelton with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead extends. It's 15-0. So as it turns out, that sack does not wind up costing him, at least in terms of getting points. They get 3.
Yeah, once you see your quarterback go down the backfield, you think, uh-oh. But fortunately for them, their kicker came to the rescue and made sure they got something out of that drive after all.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Corey Coleman now gears up to help lead this offense again. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's in his zone, second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard game.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Throwing, Rivers. He's airing it out for and this is caught. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes, just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
Novak is on to attempt the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. Novak out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go here, Isaiah Crowell and the offense trot back out there. Now, I'm not going to say you completely abandon the passing game, but it would really behoove them to get this running game going more.
That's the identity most teams are seeking, able to establish themselves, control the game by running it. have to touch it multiple times in order to have success in this game.
Yeah, as we say, yeah, that's right. As we say all the time, that sets up the passing game. I feel like a broken record with that.
Listen, we can be broken records all we want. Bottom line is, lather up that big horse and let him run.
The handoff, running left, Crowell. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Again, it's Crowell. Quick feet by Crowell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
But we know one thing, Isaiah Crowell can run if given an opportunity. Had the longest run in the NFL in 2016, an 85-yard touchdown sprint, week 2 against Baltimore.
This one not quite as long, didn't end in 6, but still a great game. Crowell. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all on the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little bias. Kaiser now to throw on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. And we've got a second here. Let's look at the playoff picture in the NFC, Charles. What's interesting is you've got 3 teams from the NFC South that would be in right now if the season ended today, but they're not the top team.
No, they're not the top team, because the top team is unquestionably, in my mind, the Philadelphia Eagles at 10-1. Doing it on both sides of the ball, special teams. I think they can play any style of game any team wants to present. But when you start jumbling up everyone else, This is going to be fun over the next few weeks because they're all going to essentially play each other. You mentioned the NFC South. All those teams have to do battle. This is going to be a lot of fun. In fact, I think the Panthers end up going to the Saints in a week or two. So this is going to be crazy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll throw again. Kaiser, he's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense. Still second down.
Kaiser yet again. Underneath for Johnson. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. And this seemingly endless drive continues. A first down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Kaiser got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Again, it's Kaiser. And that one his first incompletion in his last 6 passes. And it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go!
To the air again, Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Kessler goes off on 4th down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a 15-play drive. Can't believe that only resulted in 3, but it did.
That is somewhat amazing, isn't it? When you hold the ball that long, run offense that well, yet only put 3 points on the board, it has to be a little bit of a disappointment, doesn't it?
Has to. After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. Stiff-armed him. Phillip Rivers, he is the focal point of our player's spotlight now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Toward the sideline, that's taken in by Allen. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. On 1st and 10, Rivers. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Fresh set of downs here. From the red zone now, Rivers. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Throwing again. Rivers. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Rivers to Benjamin, good for the Charger first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This will be a 37-yard attempt. And Novak's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
Not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though this offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points.
Now it's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. Gets fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chargers are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Browns just want to come out after the half and claw their way back into the game. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Set up now, 3rd and 7. Rivers' pass on target to Keenan Allen. And this play will go for 6. Chargers up now by 12. 3rd down from the 45. Defense is going to come away with the sack. This goes for a loss of 9. Offense on the field now after the fumble. Here the defense will come up with the pick. McCourties is the one who makes the pick, halting the offense's drive. Final seconds of the half. Nassett's got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 10. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Second half begins with a run by Crowell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the second half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently. That doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long.
Let's go! Brand 38!
From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Kaiser out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's done right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go!
On the run, it's Crowell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Back near his goal line, Kaiser. Coleman has it here right side. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, with that incompletion, sneak in something that really kind of snuck in last week that went pretty quietly. Adrian Peterson ran for 79 yards, Charles. He passed Marcus Allen and Edgerrin James, moved into 12th on the all-time rushing list.
And now just 3 yards behind Marshall Faulk for 11th, 36 behind Jim Brown for 10th, and the only active rusher with more yards than him, Frank Gore of the Indianapolis Colts. So you're talking about putting it together. Adrian Peterson finding a lot of fun in Arizona running the football.
A 2nd down throw down for Kaiser. A screen complete to Crowell. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Are you crediting your defense?
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14.
Let's go. 1, 9.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Returning, it's Benjamin. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
Ready.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And that one is incomplete. He just dropped it. But they're up big on the scoreboard, so maybe he can chuckle about later.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The Chargers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now it's Crowell running right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Browns on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Now Kaiser. That's complete. It's Gordon. A big play there on third down for the Browns. 44 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Kaiser to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go.
2nd down, Kaiser. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. The Browns on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Kaiser. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Second down following the run. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. The first down throw here for Rivers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Charles, I want to slip in some playoff picture talk here. AFC side, you got the Patriots and Steelers. They seem to be clear at the top. It gets pretty muddled after that, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and we talked last week about the AFC West. Remember the beginning of the season? Seemed like the best division in football. Maybe 3 teams could go to the playoffs. Well, it's no longer the best division in football, but it's still going to be a heck of a race for who's going to win it because Kansas City leads at 6-5, but no one's hotter than the Los Angeles Chargers right now. The last 2 weeks, they've just dismantled teams. And the Oakland Raiders are just a game out, despite the fact they haven't had their best season. So the AFC West, they're not going to get 3 in. Probably only going to get 1, but what a race for that 1.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll run with Crowell, and he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Kaiser now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. On third down, Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now Benjamin. Good move at the 30. A big kick that time. 52 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 117. Rivers now. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. 30, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? And rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Rivers now on second down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The Chargers on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Here's Drew Kaiser now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
Here we go.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Let's go.
Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right, that pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. I would say they went 3-and-out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3-and-out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1-and-out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They go play action here on first down. And right side, Henry's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They go play action. Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd down and 4. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They run. It's Oliver. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. They go again with Oliver. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Operating from the gun, Rivers. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And Novak's kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the fourth.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
It's Nick Novak back out following his field goal to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Kaiser on first down. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it second down. From the gun, Kaiser. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing fourth quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A first down throw for Kaiser. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Second down following the incompletion. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense. Still second down.
Kaiser yet again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Third down, 15 yards still needed. To the air again, Kaiser. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Kaiser and the offense staying put. They're going for it.
Here we go.
Fourth down, Kaiser, desperation time. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now Gordon on first down. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Here's a carry for Oliver. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. On fourth down, Anthony Lynn says, let's go for 3. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
First down, Kaiser. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They hustle to the line offensively. Kaiser urging them to move faster. Kaiser throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think we can make this one pretty simple. That was a rookie mistake made by the rookie quarterback, trying to force a pass without really using proper mechanics.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He finds Coleman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. And this is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved.
False start, offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but, yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Southern California.